That's why you're not hearing anything. You're hearing something now, but it's now you're getting my desktop audio too. Wait a minute. Hold on. This is the problem with this freaking thing. How's that? Is that better? Are you guys hearing? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? This is a whole new ball game to me, but it seems like I'm blasting through the mic now. How about this? How about this? Is this better? Can you guys hear me? Maybe he's talking. No, I'm not talking dirty to anybody. Nukabat. I don't even know how to get the chat on here, so I have to look at my monitor on the side over here to see what you guys are saying. Can you hear me? Am I coming through? Is it echoey? Is the audio good? Let me know. Do I need Fubo? Audio is good. Awesome. To watch the game, I don't even know what channel the game's on. I have to figure that out. So let's see. I've got 6 viewers in here right now. I figured it's, what's going on, Jimmy England? I figured it's Father's Day, and, this is the UFL, not the NFL, so there might not be a giant audience to watch this game. But we're going to give them, look, my friend Dwayne wanted me to do a live stream for this game today. I said, Dwayne, I'll do it for you. That's what I'm doing. Trying to put these guys on the map. So if I can get them at least 10 more viewers, that'll be fine. It's not even, I don't even know how to find it. I probably should have done, is it on? I think it's on ESPN. Let's go to sports. You would think that the very first XFL title game would be everywhere, but people are watching golf today. A lot of golf being watched today. What's going on, Tim Daniel? You hear me clear? Awesome. There's got to be a way for me to bring the live chat up on my screen here, but I don't know how to do that. This is like more of a test stream to see how OBS works for me. What's pretty cool is I can change the icons on my screen pretty quickly. I don't have to do this whole thing that I do in StreamYard to get it. But the image looks good connection, nothing's choppy or anything. Hopping in during, what's going on? ESUO2, glad to see you. Raven32, and I can't hear you, it's like I'm muted. So, no, that was before. Dwayne is in the rock. Yeah, he doesn't like me to use that name for him. But I am here to give him some play play in terms of the football game. A couple of interesting storylines here, by the way, for the UFL. So this game, you have the San Antonio Brahmas taking on the Birmingham Stallions. The Birmingham Stallions have won the past 2, I believe it was XFL championships. They've won the last 2-time champions, and they only lost 1 game this year. And that game was to the San Antonio Brahmas. So it was a little something crazy to get you a little interested in this game. The game starts at 5 o'clock, and I can't find it anywhere. Hold on, I got to go to live TV. A couple interesting things. There are some NFL, there it is. There are some former NFL players on the Stallions. A couple names I recognized. Amari Rodgers. I remember Amari Rodgers was a dynasty sleeper candidate when he got drafted by the Green Bay Packers, and also a dynasty sleeper candidate for the Green Bay Packers. Jay Sternberger, tight end. They are both on the Birmingham Stallions. That's interesting. I did not recognize the only other name I recognized was Matt Corral. He's the backup quarterback. Their starting quarterback was the MVP of the league. So let's see how he does. I think one of the issues, after looking at some of the stats for this league, it doesn't seem like completion percentages are very high. So it's going to be tough for them to compete with the NFL if they have guys that are completing passes consistently in the 50s and below. that's pretty much what I saw. That's going to be, yeah, it's at the, it's on Fox after this soccer game that's on. It's going to be tough for them to compete with the NFL. I'm assuming that is what their goal is, to compete with the NFL at some point. It's not going to happen anytime soon. Problem is, guys are going to use this as a launching board to get to the NFL. So the talent pool is going to, it's not like the 80s. It's not like when the USFL first came out and they had all this money to offer guys like Jim Kelly and Herschel Walker. This league is not that. This league is just going to be fighting to stay alive. I remember watching the very first XFL, which was the Vince McMahon experiment. I was very excited about that. I thought it was cool. I was like, hey, man, we get football in the spring. This is awesome. I used to go to USFL games with my dad when I was a kid, so the XFL excited me. But the problem was every season it was just a little different. They were bringing in more teams. I think they expanded a little too fast, or tried to expand a little too fast, and then they kind of went south. But I'm sorry, I'm talking about the USFL. The XFL, the problem with the XFL, I was very excited in that during that first week of games, and the football was just horrible. It was unwatchable, terrible. It was all fun. Like, we got some new rules. Remember that there wasn't a kickoff. Like, two guys had to dive at the center of the field. Whoever came up with the ball got the ball first. They put the ball at the center of the field, and two guys ran from each end zone to get the ball. Whoever got there first and got the ball. That was basically their kickoff. Little things like that were exciting, that you can put whatever name you wanted on the back of your jersey. That was I think they only did that. They did that year. I don't think you can do that, or you were able to do that in the newer incarnation of the XFL. I don't think you were. But the second time the XFL came around, that was during the COVID year. That was pretty exciting. The football the level of competition in terms of the football play had gone up a few notches, in my opinion, and I was into it. And then we got hit with COVID, and then it folded again. Then we had the XFL and the USFL, and to be honest, I haven't watched it. So I'm very excited to see what's going to happen here. Very excited. UFL is junior college for the NFL. Yes, Tim. Pretty much. The game is on Fox. I have YouTube TV, so it's on Fox. It should be coming up soon. I don't know any of these players' names, so that'll be fun. Trying to do play-by-play when you don't know the players' names. I know a couple of them, I guess, just from looking at the roster. But one of the things that I thought was weird, too, was in terms of the rosters, it seemed like stats were not consistent. I know some people played fantasy football for the UFL. Seems like the stat lines weren't consistent. You'd have a guy going like 7 for $125 and a touchdown, and then he'd go 3 games with like a catch. And I'm telling you, the quarterback play just hasn't been great. Hasn't been great in terms of what I've seen with the stat lines. So we'll see. Hopefully it's fun. Look, if this is a fun game, maybe I'll stream more of these next year if you guys are interested in it. Thought about doing it this year, but it just honestly wasn't too into it. But I have to hook up my audio over here. So hold on a second. I don't mean to throw my legs in your face here, but I was not prepared. Look, it's Father's Day. I was having a nice Sunday dinner before. Hold on one second. You're gonna get to see Lord Chair. I was having a nice Sunday dinner before this, as we waited to get to the UFL Championship game opening, whatever we want to call it. Here we go. All right, I should have audio now. But let us see. Oh my God, my green screen's about to fall. This is a disaster so far. Hold on, guys. We're good. I think we're good. No, don't look over there. That's nothing. This is an actual window behind me. That was nothing. Okay, let's see where we are in terms of audio. Penny the Cat, what's your favorite UFL team, Demon? I don't know. I gotta be honest. Whoever wins today will be my favorite UFL team. How's that? Whoever wins today gets my allegiance. And I kind of hope it's the Birmingham Brahmas, because that's an interesting name. I guess not so much interesting because, you know, take into account that The Rock basically owns the league. So, all hail Lord Chair, yes. I got to root for the Battlehawks if I need one. I don't know, Penny. I don't know. The Stallions for the title, I think so. I do have ghosts, Tim. I do. They're friendly ghosts, though. Some of them. Some of them are quite evil. But they're terrified of me, so you don't have to worry about them. I haven't done a live stream like this in a while. It feels good to do a live game. But yeah, I'm going to... I'm going to do some more live streams before we get to the season so I can get familiar with OBS, and I want to be able to bring up the live chat on the screen. I wasn't able to figure that out yet. I know there's a couple apps you can download to be able to do that, but this will be a lot smoother. So we're just going to do, I'm like, this is like my UFL stream. I'm like a UFL streamer right now. Lucas, no, that's not my background. No, I mean, this is my background. Yeah, no, this is actually my background. That's the city, the unnamed city that just lurks behind me. And it's nighttime here, so, you know, you could just imagine what time zone I'm in. And they're calling for my help, as you can see, from the demon signal that's shot out into the sky. And they're getting my help. They're getting my help right now. Because I have bots that go around the city, just like Batman did in Kingdom Come. Did you ever read that? I have PFD bots all over the city, fighting crime. You know, it's a safe city if you want to move here. I'm not going to tell you what city it is, though. You got to figure it out. St. Louis Battlehawks, 2025 UFL champ was the Seattle Sea Dragons. That's actually pretty cool. The Sea Dragons. I love the, what is it, the Washington Kraken hockey team. I love that name. That's a sick name, the Kraken. Their logo could be better, though. I mean, it looks like I guess it kind of looks like a Kraken. Their logo should be the Kraken from Clash of the Titans from, like, the 1970s, though. So here we go as we await the first quarter of UFL action. You know what I need to do here, actually? I need to correct this and let you know what quarter it is, right? I should do that. So wait. Let's see if I can do this on the fly. The thing, like, StreamYard is so user-friendly, but you can do so much more with OBS. And I've been wanting to do OBS for a while, but it was a little intimidating, to be honest. A little intimidating. I did it the one time. You know, it's just like anything. Once you get the hang of it, it'll be fine. But like this thing, I don't know why that stays on the screen. It's not supposed to stay on the screen. It's only supposed to pop up if I get a new subscriber. For some reason, it's staying on the screen. So I got to get rid of it. So I'll have no idea if I get new subscribers. But I got to figure that out. I'll figure it out at some point. Let's get to the... And then we'll try to figure out how to adjust the score here. Okay. So here we go. We're going to go first quarter. Okay. Select the fancy font style if I can. So yeah, that is the interesting storyline here. The story arc that we're going to be following is the fact that the Brahmas are the only team to beat the Battlehawks this year. Are they the Battlehawks? No, they're not. They're not the Battlehawks. They're the Stallions. Oh, we got it coming up. All right. Let's see how this looks. What do you guys think of this? First quarter, look at that. Oh, we're in real time. Maybe I can do an outline around that. All right, hold on. Let me edit that. If I even know how to edit it. Oh, yes, I do. Hold on. Can I do an outline? I don't think I can. Background color. You could do a background color. Oh, there's Lorraine. You hear her? She's ready to go. She's mad because the dogs are outside and they're barking. I'm going to go first quarter. Oh, we got Joe Klatt there and Kurt Menefee. All right. Is that how you spell quarter? Yeah. Okay. First quarter. There we go. Okay. So here we go. All hail. Oh, I love that. Ed Fleming, the Pro Football Demon. SG is here. F and hell, can YouTube send me a damn notification next time? What's going on, SG? What is going on? Me and SG made a dynasty trade today. I schooled him. I completely schooled him. I tricked him into trading me Jalen Warren. Sorry, I had to do it to you. I needed Jalen Warren bad. Needed him badly. Now he's on my roster. All right, so I'm just kidding, SG. That was a good trade. It was a good trade. So I traded him Xavier Worthy for Jalen Warren, a 26 second and a 27 third. I think that's a fair trade. I don't have I have a deep wide receiver squad, even on the bench. I don't have a lot of faith in Xavier Worthy, to be honest. He could be good. I wouldn't be surprised if he was. I just don't. I don't know. The more I thought about it, so I traded for him. I traded Aaron Jones for him, and then I did this. So whatever. All I know is I wanted Jalen Warren. If you can get Jalen Warren on your team, you're doing well. 19 viewers, man. That's awesome. Guys, like the stream if you can. I would greatly appreciate it. Brian Duesenberry, what's going on? Horror King is here. If any of the champions show up, oh, Loco's here. What's going on, dude? The Horror King is back. Awesome. There is, Brian, have you seen In a Violent Nature yet? I want to see that. I want to see that. Here come the Birmingham Stallions out onto the field. There are not a lot of people in the stands. Not a lot. I heard tickets. You can get tickets for $4. This is like the very first Super Bowl. I think they were giving tickets away, weren't they? But hey, look, they're trying to make names for themselves. Little upstart league. I'm here for them. I'm right here for them. Jalen Wright. Jalen Wright. I'm sorry, not Jalen Warren. Same initials. People know it. People know what I meant. Jalen Warren I traded for. No, Jalen Wright. I'm sorry. No, I always mix up their names because their initials are the same, and I'm an idiot. So those two things combined just throw it all out of whack. Anthony Phillips, hell yeah, brother. Thanks for hanging out and watching this game. No one else is, and it's nice to see someone else. Washington. Oh, Washington. Not Washington. I'm having trouble reading today. Yeah. I had a big bowl of pasta a little while ago, so my head's all over the place. 2023 Panthers vibes with these tickets, yeah. UFL is like watching Division III college. Let's see. Let's see how this game is. I am pretty excited about it, to be honest. Loco, do you know how I can see the live chat on my screen on OBS, by the way? If you can, send me directions via text, because I hate having to turn my head this way. Why wouldn't the Jets excuse Rodgers if they knew beforehand that he wasn't going to be there? They could have avoided a lot of controversy. Tim, this is what the New York Jets do. First of all, Robert Saleh is horrible when it comes to the media. I don't think he knows what to say, ever. And it was basically an excused absence. So all he had to say was, yeah, we talked to Aaron about it. It wasn't, I mean, he didn't even have to tell him it wasn't excused. Why did he even do that? But then, you know, the New York media loves stuff like this. Anytime the Jets can look like fools, they are all over. There's Wade Phillips. Look at this dude, man. He's like, what is it? Is he 80? He's like 82 now, isn't he? Or is he 79? He looks good for his age, though. Look at him standing upright. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's go San Antonio Brahmas. Oh, I got a text message. Maybe this is Loco. All right, if you have dual monitors, you should be able to see. There's something you can add to see it. Yeah, I don't have dual monitors, so that's the problem. But I will get this straightened out at some point. I will get it straightened out, and then, you know, even if I have to put it up on the screen here. I thought there was a way that only I could see it. I thought I did that last time. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I am mistaken. Let me see. Can you guys still hear me okay if I do that? Wade Phillips is the man. Really cool person too. Let me see if this is going to hinder the stream at all, by the way. So if anything weird happens, guys, let me know. I'm going to try something out here so that I don't have to keep... yeah, OBS is a little crazy for me. Let's see. Let's see. I'm excited to be watching football again. I gotta be honest. I have to be honest. I thought that was Patrick Mahomes. Okay, so I have this up. Is the live stream, is this hindering the live stream at all? Are we getting anything weird happening on the live stream? Are we still good? Are we still good with the audio? One ear audio, says SG. Okay. I don't remember how to fix that. Something weird in the stream. You need to be more specific. Yeah. How is the audio now? Is the audio any better now? Audio's good. There's no lag or anything. Let me see. I don't remember Ben. There should be a way for me to fix that. Can you get it? Are you getting audio in two ears now? Let me know if you're getting audio in both ears now. Or is it still in the one stream? In the one ear. Getting audio in both ears? Cool. All right. All right. And let me turn that off. No lag. One ear is the only problem for me. SG, you're still only getting it in one ear? Ed Fleming's getting it in both ears. Fixed? All right, cool. Cool. All right. All right, look at this. I'm becoming an OBS genius. I'm going to be the best at OBS. That's my goal. I'm going to be... Every time I say OBS, it sounds like that bowel syndrome. What is that's IBS, right? That's not OBS. Okay. SG says it's good. Excellent. So here we go. We've got the San Antonio Brahmas. Those are some pretty cool uniforms. They look like the creative player uniforms or creative team uniforms in Madden. I'm talking over the national anthem. How unpatriotic am I? Oh man, he's holding that note. Okay. All right, here we go. We've got kickoff coming up. There is the Stallions MVP quarterback. I don't know what his name is. I now have 10 what, SG? So there's like a stupid heart icon here that's blocking some of the chat. I really have to iron this out so I can see what people are saying. Somebody say something in the chat so here, you know what, I'll do it on the chat here. Let me see, I can do it and close that out. I now have 10 running backs. What is next? Having 10 running backs in fantasy football is not a bad thing. With the way the running back situation is and the way guys go down, pretty comfortable having 10 running backs. Love it. I never want to be in a position where I have to start somebody who's not getting touches. So, and my wide receiver situation is perfect. We have a start two with 2 flex. I got a lot of options. Chris Bahesa, by the way, in our Dynasty League, has a phenomenal starting team. His bench is terrible. So if he gets hit with injuries, that dude's in trouble. That's why I'm going to beat him. That's exactly why I'm going to beat him. Because my depth at the end of the season is going to come alive and just destroy Every single person in that league. Jimmy England's back. What's going on, Jimmy? Brian Duesenberg says, I haven't seen a movie. That movie, a friend of mine did. He said it was good, but I do want to see it. Yeah, I want to see that. There's another one that I want to see. I can't remember the name of it now. Damn it. Another one. Cannot remember the name of it. Yes, there have been some really stupid and useless trades in our league. Loco. Horrible, horrible trades. Mine today was not bad though. Adrian Martinez, UFL MVP. He's got the Patrick Mahomes look to him. So, okay. But you see, this is the MVP, and he's gotten pulled from a game this year. He got pulled from the earlier game against the Brahmas. So, let's see. I'm telling you, the completion percentages in this league have not been anything to write home about. So, if you cannot consistently pass the ball well, like what happens when we're watching a Thursday night game and, Zach Wilson on the Denver Broncos is quarterbacking and they're playing the Seattle Seahawks with Sam Howell. We're not going to be too into that game, right? There aren't going to be many complete passes thrown. So, In a Violent Nature was the movie, Loco. If Chris makes the playoffs unscathed, we're done for. I don't know, SG. Having superstars on your roster, ask many people. Just loaded with superstars come playoff time. Justin Jefferson's got J.J. McCarthy throwing to him. We're going to see. Jefferson by the end of the year might be fed up with the nonsense. So I'm not too worried about that team. He'll early on he should string together wins, but I think he's going to run into issues at the end of the year. Who do I got winning? Sports Hub wants to know. I think the Brahmas are going to win because The Rock is the Brahma Bull. So what is this machine they have on the field? It's like I feel like that thing's going to start running around the field and attacking people. What is that? It's got 4 legs and it's got a football for a head. What year are we in? I think I'm going to pick the Brahmas because if this league is fixed, it's walking. This thing is walking. What is this? They're probably explaining what it is, and I'm sure it's Ghost Robotics. What is it doing? Why is Kurt Warner's there too? And he's got a jacket from like True Classic Tees or something. This is crazy. The NFL needs to get a robot now. All they have are those fake Fox robots on the NFL. They need a legit robot to bring footballs to people on the field. I love it. That's awesome. Father Dismas is here. McGrath Zamboni. It brought the ball to Kurt Warner. That is crazy. And now Wade Phillips just stole the ball from Kurt Warner. He's not giving it back to him either. Kurt Warner's asking for it back. No. Oh, he gave it back to him. Okay. So, okay. That was interesting. Already we got something interesting happening. We got robots on the field. It's a robot ball boy. So we're taking jobs away from ball boys now? Thank God that didn't exist when Mike McDaniel was a ball boy because he wouldn't even be a coach right now. Brock Hurd. Oh, the great Brock Hurd. I would make a wish Patrick Mahomes joke right now, but that's so overplayed. So let's see. Last week versus Michigan, 164 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 10 of 19. See, professional football, 10 of 19 from your MVP quarterback. It's going to be tough to get a league like this off the ground with stats like that. If that's your MVP, man, that's going to be rough. Need one of them robot dogs to bring you a kombucha during the streams? Yes. I can just ask PFA to bring me a kombucha. There's one in the fridge. There is a, what is it? It's elderberry. I believe elderberries give you magical powers. So, those, if you see my thumbnails, by the way, and my eyes glowing, those are actual photos. I just don't do that on stream because I don't want to blind anybody. But those are actual photos, and then I just toss them onto my thing. I can summon energy at the blink of, with the blink of an eye. So the kicker in the UFL was signed by the guy who made the 64-yard field goal. That was their big, highlight of the year. I don't mean to laugh, but he was signed by the Detroit Lions. And that's great that they have a kicker who can kick long field goals. So, I just hope they have a comfortable seat for him when Dan Campbell's going for it on fourth down. So some gentleman takes the ball to the 22-yard line, and there's a drone flying around the field. They are very high-tech at the UFL. Very high-tech in the UFL. A robot ball boy. My God. My Lord. Oh, Tim Daniel wants to know how you feel about the Tomlin extension, Father. I'm going to tell you how I feel. Not that anybody asked. You guys know how I feel about Mike Tomlin. Like, if you have a coach like Mike Tomlin, you just keep him. I mean, winning season after winning season. I wish the Jets had winning season after winning season. At least it gives you hope. So we got 1st and 10. And I should have probably studied the names of these people. But the quarterback for the Brahmas throws it out to the running back. And he'll get a gain of 5 or 6, pushes forward. All right, we got a complete pass. There we go, there we go, there we go. SG says, I was hoping we could have signed Jake Bates so that we could trade him for a 4th-round pick, but oh well. Well, Chase Garbers. All right. The great Chase Garbers. Good old number 14. So what is this logo on the Brahmas helmet? Is that supposed to be a horn that's facing the opposite way? Oh no, I guess Brahmas have horns that go that way. They can do better. The running back gentleman goes forward for about a gain of 2, so we should have a 3rd and 2 coming up after 2nd and 4. Father Dismas is cool with the signing. Yes, I'm very glad you are. Look at this, I'm reaching into another dimension. You see that? Bet you guys didn't know that would happen. He's a great coach, and if you don't want coaching hell. Thank you so much, Father Dismas. I feel like this was something that a lot of people, I don't think you, but a lot of people were not understanding during the season when they were saying get rid of Tomlin. You don't want to be on that coaching carousel. 3rd and 2. Garber's on the keeper. He slides for a 1st down. All right, so we got don't have a 3 and out. That's good. It's a good sign. 13:27 left in the 1st quarter. Jake Bates is that kicker's name, by the way. Oh, the kicker that signed with the Detroit Lions, who's going to get a lot of rest time. That's good. He's going to get a lot of time to rest. That's awesome. Were you even sure he's going to make the team? That'd be something if he didn't make the team, right? Who do I think is winning the Super Bowl this year? Brian Dusenberry wants to know. Well, right now, the delusional part of me is going to tell you it's the New York Jets. And that's what I'm sticking with until we get closer to the season. I'm going to have the teachers, what are they called? Predictions coming up soon, and an episode of NFL High School. We have the first flag. Oh, they're using a timeout, so there isn't a flag. Okay. Brahmas are using a timeout. Okay. All right. Okay. SG says because we want... SG is a Ravens fan, by the way, if some of you don't know. He is the quintessential Ravens fan in the chat, the resident Ravens fan. I say this because we once traded Kair Vedvik. I don't know how to say some of these names, SG, so backup punter to the Vikings for a 5th-round pick. Well, that's the Vikings. I mean, the Jets traded... Who's that tight end that they traded not that long ago for a 4th-round pick? My God, I can't remember his name. Just the tight end that we were never going to use, and the Vikings took him off our hands for a 4th-round pick. Chris Baker. That's who it was. Jets traded Chris Baker. I think it was Chris Baker. Was it Chris Baker? I think so. For a 4th-round pick to the Vikings, and then he disappeared from the face of the earth. And there is a little screen pass. He gets about 4 on that. Still up. Gets taken down. That would have been a flag in the NFL. Not here, though. In the XFL. Oh, sorry, the UFL. You can do stuff like that. Jets won't even make it to the UFL Championship. This is where Loco starts to get on my bad side. When he starts saying things like that. When you're sitting there watching Zach Wilson quarterback your team, I'm going to sit here and laugh until my face is redder than it is right now, and I'm going to mock. And you're going to say, oh no, I got to go. I can't be on the stream right now. I got things to do. And you're going to miss it all. And that ball got tipped, but it's caught. And there's really maybe like a yard or half a yard gain on that. Screen pass, my eyes. Zach Wilson for UFL MVP next year. He's got to learn how to read a defense first. I don't know if he can read a UFL defense. He'll run a lot. I heard Zach Wilson in Broncos practice has been on 7-on-7s. In 7-on-7s, he's been running with the ball. In 7-on-7s, he still can't figure out how to pass the ball. Back to pass is this guy whose name I forgot, Garbers. Oh, he gets it right to the first down marker and he gets hit, but it looks like they can give him a good spot. That could be a first down. That could be a first down. I think it's going to be. Let's see where they spot this. They're going to say, I don't know what the rules are in terms of replay and whatnot. I don't know if they're different than the NFL. Looks like he got the first down. That was nice. He turned into that. That was very nice. Yes, first down. Garbers is 3 for 3, by the way, and there is a 2-yard run by the Brahmas. The Brahmas are going to beat the Stallions today, folks. I'm telling you. They're going to shock the world and beat the Stallions for the second time this season. Zach Wilson over the 10 once-in-a-generation quarterbacks from this draft class. Loco hates all the quarterbacks from this draft class. Every single one of them he hates. Watching PFD stream Jets games last season was like watching old Yeller, except... Oh, what do you mean old? We're watching very young Yeller is what you should say. Except it's Lord of the Rings with 20 different endings where the dog dies. We don't reference dogs dying on the stream ever, Father Dismas. So that's number one. And can't believe I'm talking to a man of the cloth this way. There's a flag on the play. But yeah, it was bad. It was bad. You're right. It was bad. I yelled a lot. I called Garrett Wilson stupid. I actually called Garrett Wilson. That's how frustrated I was that I called Garrett Wilson stupid. I will never let that happen again. I think about that every night before I go to bed. And I send out a prayer to him and an apology because I know he knows that happened. And I know he's just as upset about it as I am. Imagine trading Justin Jefferson and Traylon Hurts for a sacket of ketchup. Yes, that happened in our Dynasty League. The very first Pro Football Demon Dynasty League. And I think I'm making a decision. I think going forward, I will not create Dynasty Leagues. I think I will just create seasonal leagues because this Dynasty League has been insane. And it's like a full-time job with all these trades. People, like Kadarius Toney's gotten traded like 7 times already for like 3 free agent dollars. It's crazy. It's crazy. 3rd and 18. Oh, let's see if Garbers can come up big here. Garbers looks like somebody. Who does he look like? I'm gonna think of who he looks like, and we're gonna call him that for the rest of the game. They're running the ball on 3rd and 18. I mean, come on. It's the UFL, for God's sake. Just throw a bomb. Chris Bahase is here. Oh, there he is. We need a healthy Aaron Rodgers. We do need a healthy Aaron Rodgers. Absolutely. Very excited about the quarterback situation, though, behind Aaron Rodgers this year. First time I'm excited about the quarterback situation for the Jets in a long time. Week 1 of last season. Could you believe that I wasn't even live streaming? Well, that was my very first live stream, I think, was week 1 last season. And then I just didn't live stream after that. But I was like against a wall in my living room. I wasn't in this great penthouse setup that I have here now. Things have changed in the PFD universe. So that is Chris Bahase's fault. But Chris, we talked about your team earlier before you got here, and I'm going to read off Chris Bahase's team because I don't want to do a lot of inside stuff here that people don't know about. So this is a Dynasty League, okay? I'm going to read you Chris Bahase's team, thanks to people call me Stanky. Now I know why they call you Stanky. I think that's your last name. Let's see. Jalen Hurts, Zamir White, Gus Edwards, CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, Dalton Schultz, Justin Jefferson, Devonta Smith, Joe Burrow. Those are his starters in a PPR league. Here's where it gets ugly. Jacoby Brissett and Trey Lance are his backup quarterbacks. If Joe Burrow goes down, SG very wisely has your backup to Joe Burrow, by the way. I don't know who has Jalen Hurts' backup. But you're in trouble if one of those quarterbacks go down, and you're in trouble in 2 of your bye weeks because you do not have another quarterback there. That is one. Okay? Let's look at your backup running back situation. Outside of Blake Corum and Jerome Ford, maybe, you've got no one. You picked up Isaiah Davis. I like Isaiah Davis. I can't say anything bad about him. Dylan Johnson, Bucky Irving, maybe Bucky Irving backing up Rashad White. You don't have Rashad White. Somebody, oh no, that's SG that has Rashad White. And then your receiver situation, Nico Collins is fine as a backup receiver. Darius Slayton, Jamison Williams. I don't care what anybody says. Jamison Williams isn't doing anything this year. Isaiah Likely, you got to hope for Mark Andrews to be injured, and Daniel Bellinger in the Giants offense. Slim pickings on that bench, my friend. That's going to be your demise. And I'm going to sit back and throw my head back in laughter as I win that title. I will win that title handily. Your big names up front do not scare me. It's like the battle of 300, right? You have like a bunch of guys in the front, but then after that, it's like nothing. Dude is here with the $5. Thank you so much. Yes, we will have more, dude. We will have more. I'm gonna be doing streams. I'm gonna be doing more consistent streams as we get up to the season. We're gonna do preseason streams. I have to get familiarized with OBS before the season because I want to make these streams insane. You know what I mean? Insane. So, Brian Duesenberry, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We will have a good stream. Quarterback situation is tenuous. Yes. Behesa, but you do have a hell of a starting lineup. But like I said, after going through your team, I said, "Why? Wait, I'm scared of this guy. Is he? Am I crazy?" No, you're not beating me, Behesa. And I'm going to change my name from I hate Chris Behesa to I pity Chris Behesa. Because that's what I'm going to be doing this year, pitying you. When my team is walking all over you, everybody on my team is going to get hurt now that I'm saying this. There's a 5-yard gain. 5-yard gain by this running back gentleman on the Stallions. And he's a junior, so he's got a dad with the same name. I don't know what. Oh, Ricky Person Jr. Jay Sternberger, formerly of the Green Bay Packers, is the big-time player in this league. I liked him, man. I thought he was going to have a hell of a season. And, well, a hell of a career with Green Bay, but turns out he didn't. May have traded Jalen Wright, but I still, excuse me for scratching the inside of my nose. It's so itchy right now. I may have traded Jalen Wright, but I still like my depth a lot. Your depth is pretty good, SG. You have a very well-rounded team. You do. Behase is very top-heavy, very top-heavy. I mean, if these guys stay healthy, he's going to be very tough out. You have one of the better, well-rounded teams. And, yeah. So this league may have been a little test to see who we could actually trust to be in a legit league. And there are 2 people that come to mind that I cannot trust. We'll see how this league goes. It's fun. It's been fun so far, except for the crazy trades. Some of the trades have been crazy. Look, I was like, what do you mean you don't want to give me your wide receiver 1, quarterback 1, tight end 1, and a draft pick for my injury-prone receiver? An age receiver and random picks. Yeah, that's how a lot of the trades go. SG is a very good person to trade with. Behase is very fair to trade with. I haven't had too many issues. Like I said, apart from the 2 people who shall remain nameless, everybody else has made some pretty logical trades. First down by Person, I believe he got on 2nd and 4. Person Jr., I'm sorry. Cliff H, yes, by detention, Jet fans should be committed. Oh, by definition, sorry. My mind goes right to detention. Definition, Jets fans should be committed. I agree with you. Why we've remained Jet fans for so long. But you have the whole thing with Aaron Rodgers that isn't even a story. So stupid. Like, oh, he's missing mandatory. Blah, blah, blah. Like, come on. It's so ridiculous. It's Aaron Rodgers. He was there for the voluntary camp. Like, that's fine. And he told the team he wasn't going to be there. But you got the Colin Cowards of the world. No matter what the Jets do, he complained last year, oh, they don't have an offensive line. They didn't go out and sign offensive linemen. Big mistake. This year they go out and get offensive linemen. They draft an offensive lineman. I mean, their offensive line is a bunch of guys that are a little older. And why is my voice squeaking? You hear that? Why is their offensive line? Hold on. That's how you can tell I haven't done one of these in a while. Their offensive line is a bunch of older guys, and one of them get hurt. You have a bunch of young guys there. But that's his argument. It's just like, shut up. Shut your face. Jay Sternberger gets about a gain of 1 or something. Blah, 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 blah. JMO was an ad in for Nico. Yeah, I'm getting the hype. Like, I understand the JMO hype, but we've seen this before with receivers of his caliber, where we're like, guy was a, first round pick, and it's one of those like, oh, we can't quit him. You did not. It's not like you drafted him with high cap. I'm not getting on you for having him on your roster. I'm just saying personally, I don't think he's going to do anything. We've seen this story before. Oh, this guy, I'm trying to think of somebody who I can compare it to, but we've seen it happen before, where we're like, he doesn't get it, he doesn't get it, he doesn't get it, and then we're, oh, well, this year he's going to get it, and he still doesn't get it. I don't think JMO is going to do anything, honestly. Sure you don't want P. Ryan for Mixon? I have P. Ryan on my roster. Do I? No, wait. No, that's a different team. I have P. Ryan on a different team. Red X Powers team is good. Yeah, he's in my division, too. We're going to battle for that division. Cliff 8 says Jets fans were insane long before Rodgers got there. Can you blame us, man? Like, we've been driven to the brink of insanity, and then we just push down the wall that is right at the brink of insanity and just charge through. And no one should blame us, because what we have gone through is unbelievable. So the Stallions quarterback is back to pass. Oh, almost intercepted off the hands of his receiver, Austin Jr., Stone Cold Steve Austin Jr., and 4th and 5. So, not much offense going on. So, but hey, so you had Kelsey and Ingram. I think you would have been better off with either of them than you are with Schultz. I think Schultz is good, but I would prefer Ingram and Kelsey over Schultz right now. So to me, I think you settled for a tight end that's probably more likely to finish outside of the top 5 than one that could finish within the top 5. Could finish within the top 5. Heroes trades are an atrocity, yeah. Happy Father's Day to you, Shane Giggles, if you're a father. If not, happy Father's Day anyway. Happy Father's Day to everybody. So we're at a commercial right now. You guys are going to have to remind me to change the quarter thing again if you're watching the game. Wouldn't have gotten Hurts without Ingram, though. Yeah, I can't keep track of how things like the roads people took to get certain players, but if you used Ingram to get Hurts, then that was a good move. Traded Ingram and Bryce for Hurts and Schultz. Yeah, a good thing. I mean, Ingram and Bryce for Hurts and Schultz is a phenomenal trade for you. Phenomenal. Like I said, you're very top heavy. The thing in Dynasty, man, I'm telling you guys, quarterbacks are like currency. If you have 2 quarterbacks, even if they're studs, but you don't have a guy to fill in for them on bye weeks or in case of injury, you're going to be in trouble. I don't care how good your team is. It could come back to hurt you because you have to look at the 2 weeks that you're on bye, unless you happen to be playing a team that's just ravaged with injuries or in the same quarterback position you're in, it's a good chance you're going to lose that week. Or they just have a terrible quarterback situation and you can super flex, a phenomenal running back or receiver or somebody who happens to go off that week. It's going to be tough to win those two games. And then, sometimes quarterbacks miss a game here or there. So I would say only having those two quarterbacks, that is probably good for maybe three losses. Because of how strong your team is, I'll put it at 3 losses. If it was, if your team wasn't so front heavy, I would say, 4 losses, 5 losses. I have the Jets. Ed Fleming says I have the Jets at 10 wins. I'm biased as a Jets fan. Ed Fleming is a Jets fan. I did not know that, Ed. I'm sorry. You might have told me that at some point in my life, and I apologize for not remembering if you did. There is a loss of about 4 on this. We're not getting offense in this game. We had offense in the first drive, and that was about it. So 10 wins for the Jets. Look, I'm going to say, I have to assume people are going to stay healthy. So that's what I'm going to base this on. Looking at their schedule, if they stay healthy, 14 wins is not out of the question. Because they have that first week against San Francisco, which will be a tough game. If they win that game, the stretch coming up is not hard. Our defense has typically owned Josh Allen. So we won a game with Zach Wilson and then almost won another game. That's 2 years in a row. But now you have Aaron Rodgers in that situation. I think they sweep Buffalo. Miami. Look, when the Jets played Miami last year, their defense was exhausted. They were still in that Black Friday game until the stupid Hail Mary, or whatever you want to call it. And then after that, and the defense had just picked off the ball, right? DJ Reed just picked off the ball. And we're like, okay, we're going to go in a half with at least some points. And then the Hail Mary. At that point, how is your defense going to come out and even care? So, I look at that Miami game and look at the first half and say, even with the situation they were in offensively, they were still in that game. And the defense was still playing their asses off up until a point when, could you blame them for saying, whatever, just their offense can't do anything. What do you want us to do? And they're tired. So, yeah. Ed Fleming, I promise I'll never forget again that you were a Jets fan. Stupid Zach Wilson's Jets last year, yeah. Stupid Zach Wilson is right. So I don't know. When you look at the Jets, that's what I see. I see now that they have competent quarterback play, even backing up Rodgers, fairly competent. It's a better situation than it was. Better wide receiver situation, I believe. I think Xavier Gibson's going to be really nice in the slot. I love the Malachi Corley pick. Mike Williams pickup. I mean, they have weapons now. And a quarterback who can get the ball out quickly and can read a defense pre-snap and read a defense at all. So 14 wins is not out of the question. Now, my biggest problem with the Jets is I just don't think they're managed well. I don't like Robert Saleh as a head coach. I don't think they have a good offensive coordinator. If Rodgers goes down, we have to lean on Nathaniel Hackett to call play. I want to know what his playbook looks like. Because I know playbooks are massive and they take a fraction of that for any said game plan, and they run those plays. But his entire playbook looks the same to me. It seems like he takes the same playbook every game and just drags it out. There are no adjustments made. So this is all going to be on Rodgers to be able to just call a game. And he can do that. So Braylon Allen, one of my favorite running backs from this draft. Yeah, I like Braylon Allen too. Braylon Allen should be really nice at the goal line. I do like Isaiah Davis also. So we do not have Mekhi Becton. I believe Mekhi Becton is on the Bengals now. I might not be right about that. Let me see. Let me look that up. Yeah, Tyron Smith, man. Becton, last I checked, was being looked at by the Bengals. I don't know if he's going to be... Oh, no, he's on the Eagles. He is on the Eagles, so he's not going to be starting. Becton is with Philly, yeah. I got the haste of thinking about Jake Browning right now. He's trying to make deals for Jake Browning. SG, don't you dare. You make him suffer. You make him pay. Don't make this easy for him. He's been a little too cocky in that chat. Make him sweat it out. Make him sweat. Do you want Brissett or Lance? Brissett or Lance? I'll take Jacoby Brissett for one of my quarterbacks if you pair him with Justin Jefferson. I will do that. SG's too smart. SG's too smart. He's a shrewd negotiator. I think Jay Stern, what's his name? Jay Sternberger? I forgot. I think he's going to take over this game. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. So in another league, I drafted Bo Nix in the second round. So my draft went, I had the 4th pick, I got Jaden Daniels. And then at the 10th pick, I took Michael Penix. And then at 16, I took Bo Nix. And that's dropped on 3rd and 2. So we've got a 4th and 2 coming up. It's going to be another punt. And then I traded Bo Nix in a package for Kyler Murray. So I'm very happy about that. People just got to say no to trades sometimes. That's right. That's exactly it, Chris. Sometimes you're just like, no. Even if Keep Trade Cut says, oh, that's a good deal. If there's, especially with younger guys where you don't really know what you have, if you like the situation, either it's got to be a massive overpay if someone's willing to do that, or you just hold on to them. But sometimes people get so enamored with trading, they just like doing that. They just like this activity, and it's like, just sit back and relax and wait. There's no need to make these trades sometimes. Yeah, unless it makes sense, right? Like I've been offered a ton of trades by Hero Villain, and they've been atrocious trades. So I've said no, time and again. Charles is here with his Mets logo. Who are these two teams? This is the UFL, Charles. The UFL. This is the San Antonio Brahmas versus the Birmingham Stallions. Did I not put those names in the description or anything? I might not have. I don't know. I may not have. Shane Giggle says, "Oh, my steel." So Shane, how do you like the Tomlin extension? We asked Father Dismustad earlier, and he said yes. My Steelers, who have had a Denver cast-off and a Bears cast-off, and now they are better than what we had last year, number-wise. You are, and look, I'm going to say it. Don't be surprised if Russell Wilson, under Mike Tomlin, actually looks more like Russell Wilson. I just don't think he meshed well with Sean Payton. I don't think Russ is washed. I don't think he's the Russ of old, but I see him as an upgrade over what you had. Justin Fields, I don't know, man. I had high hopes for Justin Fields. I liked him. I was in the category of people who thought perhaps they should have held on to him instead of taking Caleb with that pick and then, trading that pick for a haul. That could end up being a very stupid take if Caleb ends up being anything close to what he's been cracked up to be. But, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. They are in the description. Oh, okay. All right. Embrace this chaos. That is Steelers football, yes. Overlord Rex, good to see you. What's going on, my friend? Look at you guys joining the live stream in June. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is we're not going to have a lull like we did this past year with the live streams. I'm still getting my feet wet with this. It's still tough to try to be a full-time YouTuber while I have another full-time gig going on right now. But we're not going to have a lull like that anymore. We're going to be doing live streams. We're going to be going full steam ahead. I really need to get this OBS thing in gear too, though. Charles found the NFL script. Russ is still good. I don't know why people think he's bad. He looked bad last year, but again, I don't know that was entirely his fault. And I'm going to say this: I wanted Sean Payton to be the Jets coach, right? When I thought he might be available, I was like, I want Brian Daboll too. I still would want Brian Daboll, by the way. I still think Brian Daboll's a phenomenal coach, but I don't know if Sean Payton is this brilliant offensive mind. I don't know if he's this brilliant can't miss coach, or just a guy who fell into Drew Brees and worked well with him. Because I mean, I don't know how you couldn't work well with Drew Brees. It's not like Sean Payton made Drew Brees. I think Drew Brees would have been fine. So, I don't know. There's a flag on the play here, delay game. So, I don't know, man. I don't know that Sean Payton is... Garbers is 6 of 7 for 26 yards. I don't know. I think it still remains to be seen as to whether or not Sean Payton is this brilliant overlord of a coach that we've made him out to be. I think we need to see that. I think now we're going to see that. If he can take a guy like Bo Nix and turn him into something, then we'll have a little more data and we can say, so maybe he was, responsible for a lot of what Drew Brees was. But if he can, then it's tough to win without a quarterback. It's tough to win without a quarterback. You can look like a genius if you have a stud quarterback, but that's what makes a guy like Mike Tomlin so valuable. The dude wins no matter who you put on the field. It's insane. So valuable. Sean Payton needs to try decaf. 3-2 Lions is the score. I feel like I'm not going to have to update the score for the entirety of the game. We should do more of these. So I'm going to check. This is what's really cool about OBS, because look at this. I can just do this. Second quarter. It's the second quarter. Bam. Okay. And that's it. It's just, look at that. It's done. It is done. Unreal. Overlord Rex says, good to be here. How are you feeling about my Vikings in the AFC North? I think we have a real shot this year for the playoffs with our younger QBs and 23 and a half tight ends. Okay, Overlord Rex, I was talking about the trade that the Jets made with the Vikings a couple years ago. Was that Chris Baker, the tight end, that we traded for a 4th-round pick? I'm pretty sure that was Chris Baker. It was Chris Baker. Who was the tight end? I can't remember his name. But the Jets traded a tight end for a 4th-round pick. Chris Baker, I think, was back in Parcells' day. I don't know why I keep thinking of him. I can't remember that tight end. But anyway, how do I feel about the Vikings? It's tough to... So this answer is basically determined upon whether or not I think J.J. McCarthy is going to be something and going to work, or not going to work, or struggle. Maybe not ultimately be a bust, but struggle in his first season. Let me tell you something about Sam Darnold. I think if Sam Darnold was good, I don't think he would have been let go by the Niners. I think Shanahan would have held on to him for at least another year as insurance behind Purdy, and he didn't do that. So I don't think he liked what he saw in Sam Darnold. He makes very bad decisions. He can run, he can make pretty throws from time to time, but the dude makes horrible decisions. He's better than Zach Wilson. It's not saying a lot. If I could bring Zach Wilson into a conversation, I'm just always going to do it. But if he is your starter, just brace for an interception on any given pass and play. So what is J.J. McCarthy going to be? I really don't know. We didn't see him throw a lot in college. Loco doesn't seem to think, and Loco says follows college football religiously. He doesn't seem to like him. If he can be an efficient quarterback and just a distributor of the football at least, and limit his mistakes because of the playmakers you have, because of Aaron Jones, I think he could be right there. The problem is, man, I think the Packers are going to be very tough, and the Lions are going to be very tough. So in those games, it's tough to tip it in Minnesota's favor. So you're looking at, and then we don't know what Chicago's going to be. So if Chicago is good, and they're, let's say Caleb Williams is exactly this guy who's going to compete with Mahomes for best quarterback in the league, as some people make him out to be. All of a sudden, you've got three very good teams in that division. Is there a fumble? So Minnesota making the playoffs, I think that could be a tall order. We'll see. But right now, again, it's the NFC, though, because there are... Oh, no, they didn't fumble. Almost a fumble. The last few spots in the NFC are going to be up for grabs. So if they can just kind of hang in, they might be able to sneak in. Will they do anything in the playoffs? I don't think so. It's just my honest take. Probably not what you want to hear. J.J. versus Darnold is going to be the best quarterback battle since Baker versus Trask. Baker, I want to see what Baker's going to be now that he's lost his offensive coordinator that made Geno Smith look awesome. He's about to make Bryce Young look awesome, right? Maybe. And you got rid of him, Bahesa, didn't you? Oh, we got a play. There's a wide receiver running with the football. He's got a first down. First big-time play, and we're only 14 minutes. We got 14 minutes left into the second quarter. 14 minutes left in the second quarter. Cold wind of Chicago cripples quarterbacks. So, Tim, are you saying you don't think Caleb is going to be good because of that? Is that what you're getting at? And Tim Daniel, I'm sorry, I don't recall this either. It's been a while. What is your favorite team? I see ghosts, yeah. They're going to have those winter whites, and Sam Darnold's going to be crapping himself. He's going to be like, oh, my God. Those white uniforms look cool, though. And we've got some baseball scores from Charles. We got the Cardinals up 2-1 over the Cubs. That's a final. Sorry. They're not up. They won. Phillies beat the Orioles 3-8. They actually lost to the Orioles 3-8. You put the winning team first, Charles. Always. Or else you make the on-air talent look like an idiot. Marlins fall to the Nationals by a score of 3-1. Final. Rays 8, Braves 6. That's a final, and he's still giving the Blue Jays. He's still giving me the final, the winning score last. You'd get thrown right out of a radio station. They would throw you right out. They would grab you by the back of your neck and throw you through the door. I don't think he's going to be the Messiah his rookie year. I think he is going to be. I I don't know, man. We were told Trevor Lawrence was going to be the Messiah, right? Now he just did sign a long contract, a big contract. You have to. I mean, if you have a quarterback that's even remotely good, you need to hold on to him. You need, because again, like I said, with the coaching carousel, who knows? Like, you hold on to that quarterback until you can get somebody better. You don't just let him walk. So hold on to Trevor Lawrence. Chances are you're not going to fall into somebody. The only way you're going to get somebody better than Trevor Lawrence, chances are, is if you happen to fall into him in the draft. He has to play, and it's just like one of those Russell Wilson situations where you're like, oh, this guy is actually really good, and nobody knew. That's it. Other than that, you have to hold on to Trevor Lawrence. Astros 4, Tigers 1. Twins beat the Athletics 2-6. Best quarterbacks that the Bears have had are the dude from the 80s, Jim McMahon. He was born in 85. I don't remember his name. Jay Cutler and Rex Pick 6 Ryan. No, Rex Grossman you're talking about. Rex Ryan was the coach of the New York Jets. As far as I know, he never quarterbacked for the Chicago Bears. Maybe I missed something. I want Wade Phillips to win this game so badly now. Like, I really want Wade Phillips to win. That's all. I'm rooting heavily now for the Brahmas because I want Wade Phillips to win. And there's a running play, and he gets about 2 yards on 1st and 10. Speaking of Trevor Lawrence, 5 years, $275 million. Yeah, I should have just been a mid quarterback. I should have just become that. Practiced my whole life to be a guy who's kind of good sometimes. Jim McMahon, yes. Jim McMahon, Rex Grossman. Has the stream been good? Has there been any lag or anything? Are we, everything's been cool? I'd trade for Lawrence with zero hesitation. Yeah, Cliff. Cliff, are you a Cowboys fan? I have to remember who everybody was a fan of. I'm so... Best Bears quarterback was Sid Luckman in the 40s. Yes, Sean. Absolutely. Jim McMahon wasn't even that good of a quarterback. He just happened to be on a sick team. Sick team. And Willie Gault, Walter Payton. Let's not even talk about the defense. Caleb looked great against the South Harmon Institute of Technology, but not so great against teams with the balls. That's what Logo's been saying. So it's going to be fun to watch these streams this year. See how these quarterbacks do. Because, Logo, you're either going to be right or you're wrong. I am not disagreeing with you. It's just going to be fun to see. Garbers threw his first incomplete pass. 9 of 10 for 58 yards. Oh, no, his second incomplete pass. Sorry. Patriots, Cliff. Okay. So, yeah. So you don't like Drake May, huh? Or you don't have high hopes for Drake May. Because May could be better than Lawrence, or he could be equivalent to Lawrence. Could be. Look, what do you think about that? This ball is tipped, incomplete. Got a 4th and 7 coming up. They should just Dan Campbell this and go for it, man. Just go for it. Come on, who cares? There's like 17 people in the stands. Just go for it. 85 Bears was a generational defense, yeah. And generational might not even be strong enough of a word. That defense was insane. Jim has more rings than Marino. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Somebody let me know if... have we seen any lag? Have we seen anything weird on the stream? I'm going to go back and watch some of it, but let me know. Has it been good? Everything's been good? Loco says, Rich... no, he doesn't say my name. I said my name. And we know how much you love Caleb. It's almost as bad as you sending me a highlight of Neighbors being covered by air. I did. Logo has been infamously down on Neighbors. And when Neighbors made a very nice catch at practice the other day, I sent him a picture of it, of him extending and taking a... snatching the ball out of the air. That was like 50 feet above his head. Needless to say, Loco was not impressed. He acted as if that's something he does on a daily basis. Like somebody just throws something at him and he just snatches it out of the air. It's just easy. There was no equipment on, and he didn't have anybody covering him. It was still a damn good catch. No lag so far. Awesome. I think that idiot Urban Meyer ruined Trevor. I don't know. What year one? I mean, I don't think 1 year of a bad coach is enough to ruin a player. I think Doug Peterson's a hell of a coach. If Trevor can't be elite with Doug Peterson, I mean, Carson Wentz was almost elite with Doug Peterson. Look at what Nick Foles did with Doug Peterson. So then I think Trevor might be just, you know, I don't want this to come off the wrong way, but there was, before that draft, there was that whole controversy of Trevor said something that alluded to him not being totally in love with football, or just kind of ho-hum about it, like, yeah, it's what I do, it's cool, you know. And people were like, oh, so we're going to question his love for the game now. Maybe there's something there. Maybe he's not a maniac when it comes to football like Peyton Manning was, like Tom Brady was. Maybe he's a guy who's very talented, enjoys playing it, makes a lot of money playing it, but isn't the type of guy who is obsessed with it. And, you know, that could be a thing. That could be one. Oh, speaking of Tom Brady, there he is. Like, you know, these guys who are great are typically obsessed with the game. And if that's not what Trevor is, he's just a guy that's got a lot of natural talent. He'll be good. He'll have his moments, but, you know, he's not going to be, as the great Matt Kelly over at Player Profiler says, the prince that was promised. So, you know, that's my take on Trevor. Neighbors should be good. Yeah. Neighbors should be good. Wait a minute. Yeah, Neighbors should be good. He is on that level. I wasn't acting like he did it on Revis. First of all, he wouldn't have done it on Revis. But nobody would have done it on Revis. And now we got a black screen. The UFL's really got to get their act together. That was an incomplete pass. So, Neighbors, that was a hell of a catch by Neighbors. That was. I might put that on a t-shirt and just wear it during the live streams from now on. Meyer was horrendous. He was a horrendous coach. He's like kind of a horrendous person too, isn't he? He's just like, he just looks creepy also. 4-man rush. Martinez is going to run. There he goes. He's got legs. He knows how to use them, and he gets tackled after about a gain of 7. So we got a 3rd down and about 3 coming up. I do remember your sister's favorite team, Charles, and I still think that was a horrible decision by her. She had an opportunity to choose the Houston Texans during, oh my God, I can't remember the quarterback. C.J. Stroud. I can't remember C.J. Stroud's name. During C.J. Stroud's rookie year, she had an opportunity to say, I'm going to be a Texans fan. I'm going to take this ride with C.J. Stroud. And she passed on it to, what is that? Oh, I thought there was something running across. It looked like a giant cockroach, but it was apparently one of those cameras. Anyway, that's a 1st down anyway. They have a lot of technology at this game. There's like a lot of robots just flying around. It's like watching football in Jetsons verse. Hey, your sister's a Patriot. She chose the Patriots, Charles. Oh, that looks like it was out. Looks like it's not going to be a catch. High school kids can make that catch against the air. False, Loco. They cannot. Only Malik Neighbors can make that catch. Only Malik Neighbors can make that catch. I don't see any Marvin Harrison highlights like that. Have you? Have you seen any Marvin Harrison Jr. highlights like that? He's probably dropping everything. Has he even practiced? Or does he think he's too good to practice? That's an incomplete pass. Okay. So a little tough for either of these teams to muster up any offense. The scoring is a problem in this league. They need to be able to score if you want your league to succeed. So maybe they should change it to where there's only, I don't know, 7 defenders on the field against the full offense. That might make it more interesting. She could have been a Texans fan, and she declined. I even offered Jets fandom to her, but I was like, yeah, I mean, you know, you might not want to do this because it comes with a lot of heartbreak, so I understand if you don't want it. But I tried to help. I said, listen, Texans, if I was in your shoes, I'd pick the Texans right now. I have no affiliation to anybody right now. I'm picking the Houston Texans. You shouldn't do it. You can't pick the Chiefs because then it's just like you're just jumping on the bandwagon. But to jump on the Texans that early in the season when you see C.J. Stroud coming to life, that would have been something special. No, she went the Patriots. And another thing I said was the Patriots already had their dynasty. How many times have we seen a team repeat a dynasty? I mean, you know, it's not like that's something that happens. I don't know. Charles, I feel like you should have guided her better, and you failed. You absolutely failed. There is a running play going on, and this guy is going to get to the line of scrimmage. No yards. The punt bowl, yes. Tecmo Bowl, there'd be a lot more scoring than this, especially if I'm playing. And I have Bo Jackson. The score would be like 57-0 right now. Well, let's say my defense isn't that good. 57 to maybe 10. Tecmo, the old console, and yeah, Tecmo for Nintendo with the 2 buttons, A or B. There's so many decisions to make. There's a pass, and that is caught. It wasn't a Malik Neighbors type of catch, but it was still a catch, 5 yards. Marvin Harrison has a highlight of punting a football in a jugs machine and running a seam and catching it. Kurt Hennig has a better highlight than that. I mean, guys can do that. Kurt Hennig threw a football, looked at the guy, smiled, and then ran and caught it. So, good for Marvin Harrison. And I mean, like, if you could punt it, he punted it. Maybe he punted it 5 yards. We don't know how far he punted it. Do you know how far he punted it? If I kick a ball that goes straight up in the air, I can catch that. That would have been a good catch, but it wasn't. Had it for half a second. We've got another 4th down coming up. Every time I look up, it's a 4th down. Our whole family are already Mets fans. Rich, don't need more suffering. But it was the Houston Texans, man. The Houston Texans. Casey is going to win, and Kelsey would propose during confetti. I could see that happening. I figured you spelled R correctly, Charles. I trust me. Autocorrect it has sent so many stupid things out that I have not typed. It owes me an apology, as it owes you an apology too. Loco saying, I think it's crazy how PFD thinks that Marvin Harrison Jr. is only in the NFL because of who his dad is. He thinks if it wasn't Junior, he'd be UFL bound. We all know that Loco likes to stretch the truth, right? My argument against Marvin Harrison Jr. wasn't really an argument. I said he's phenomenal. He definitely deserves to go first overall. But I said Malik Neighbors is right there with him. I don't know that Rome is. I don't know that I would put Rome there. I do put Rome in that next tier. But I said Malik Neighbors is right there. And I think the only thing that definitively, I can't say that word, the only thing that certainly put Harrison above Neighbors in virtually everybody's book was his name. That's what I said. I said if, Marvin Harrison's name was like Jason Statham Jr., I don't know that anybody would care. They would be like, okay, well, Malik Neighbors is just as good. We got a great one, too, whoever goes first. But it was Marvin Harrison Jr., so it was like, oh, no, he's definitely number 1, right? I did see the scene of the clip of Scott Hansen on the car crash, getting the guy taking watermelon out. How did the guy know watermelon was in that car, by the way? It seems so weird to me. The guy knew a watermelon was in there and it was busted. I don't know enough about the story, but the whole thing just seemed pretty shocking to me. Amy is here. We were just talking about you, Amy. Loco's saying he didn't say punt. What did he say? Oh, putting a football in a jugs machine. Oh, sorry. I love in a jugs machine and running a seam and catching it. Oh, good for him. Did he do what Marvin? Did he do what Malik Neighbors did the other day? No. Did he make a catch like that? No. So he can run really fast and catch a football. That's great. Rocket Ishmael was able to do that too. And where's he right now? And you probably heard your name like 30 times, Amy, because we were talking about you. I blame Charles for your Patriots allegiance, by the way. Martinez is running with the football. He's decided I'm going to do it myself. I'm just going to get the yards I need because nobody else is helping me. So we are an hour and 13 minutes in, and no one has scored. No one's come. Has anyone crossed midfield? I don't think so. This is not good football. Not very good football. I have to call my buddy Dwayne and tell him that the UFL is disappointing me right now. Let's get past midfield. Let's go. I don't think any of these teams... Oh, and there's almost a sack. And no, and this guy just drops the ball. And, no, wait, we have a touchdown, I think. Wow, did you guys see that play? That play, like Martinez threw it, tried to throw a screen that was a little behind him, hit the receiver right in the chest, he dropped it, defender picked it up and just ran it into the end zone. Sloppy ass football. Sloppy, horrible football. Did they rule it a touchdown? They're ruling it incomplete, so there's no touchdown. The pass was incomplete then. Oh. Amy said she heard disrespect being thrown on her name. That was not by me. I don't know who was disrespecting your name. I heard, I was saying that Charles did not guide you properly, and it's his duty as a brother to guide you, and he failed miserably because you're now a Patriots fan, and God bless. It's a Wade Phillips D. This is a pretty terrible game. And he goes forward, and it's about 2 yards. That's an incomplete forward pass, yeah. Skip Holtz is calling a 59 pony right. So let's see. 59 pony right. So they're going to go to the right side, I assume. And they're called the Stallions. Then they say pony, so I get it. That's cool. Martinez back to pass. Gets the ball off. Caught by Sternberger, who's the Travis Kelce of this league, and he gets first down on 3rd and 8. Beautiful. It's about a 9-yard gain. Beautiful. And he's asking for a face mask. He's not oh my God, the helmet is like smashing his nose and he's not even fixing it because he wants the flag, but I would have just fixed it and been like, whatever, we got the first down. Yeah, Charles failed. He failed. And there is a good chance you and Charles are the same person still. I feel that could still be in play. We suspected that early in the football year, and that might be true. So the great Jay Sternberger, 7 catches for 110 yards and a touchdown in Week 9 against San Antonio. Not today. Today he has like 2 names. Two catches or something. I don't know. 2nd and 8. I'm going to take this game to halftime, and unless something happens that changes my mind, we'll pretend we watched the whole thing. And there's the ball's loose. This is horrible. I feel like we could go somewhere and have someone film us play football, and it would be more competitive than this. There's flags. I don't even know what's going on. This is atrocious. Atrocious. Good God. Poor Wade Phillips has to sit here and watch this. Great man that he is. A long 5 minutes and 24 seconds is left in this game. That is a fumble. That is a fumble. Recovered by San Antonio, but now there's a personal foul. Ball got knocked out. I don't know. I think it's the Brahmas ball. We'll see. We will see. Was that more? That's Martinez that played for Nebraska back in the day, is it? I don't know. Just all I know is this game vaguely remembers football, resembles football. I'd rather watch Jimmy Clausen play quarterback for the Ravens in mustard pants. Well, let's see if they can. Let's say, all right, here we go. The Brahmas. Let's see. Oh, that's just hits them in the hands. These receivers, they don't catch things, and that's probably why the quarterbacks' numbers, completion percentages are so bad. Because I did a little deep dive into the stats to see who the stars are, what their numbers are like, if there's someone worth watching. And Jay Sternberger was really the only one that came up that I was like, okay. And his numbers weren't even that remarkable. Oh, there's a catch. All right. So we're going to have a 3rd and 2 coming up. Big. Major League Wiffle Ball is actually kind of fun to watch. People paid $4 to watch this game, and they're sitting there. I wonder how much parking was. Parking better have been free. As all the snacks and the concession stand should have been free, too. Do they even offer concessions at these games? There we go. Oh, nope. Doesn't get the first down. Of course, on 3rd and 2. If I was the commissioner of this league right now, I would say first team to get across the 50-yard line wins. At this point. That's why everybody's been watching golf today on this Father's Day. Everyone on Twitter was talking about golf. No one was talking about this, and I get why. I thought maybe it was something I was missing during the season, but no. If these are the 2 best teams in the league, it's not good. Stu just caught the punt and dove forward. And there comes Martinez with his Mahomes headband on. He hasn't done anything today. This is like watching a Jets game. No offense taken. This was like watching the Jets game, the Jets last year. I feel like when I am sitting in front of a screen, I get just blessed with no offense. It's like offenses don't want to perform in front of me. They know I'm watching, and they're like, oh, no, we can't. That's what's happening right now. Neither of these offenses are good. This is like the Jets offense playing the Jets offense last year. And I don't even know that these defenses are good. Like the offenses are just so bad. I don't even know what's happening. Oh, wait, there's a guy running with the football. Was he even the guy that was, look at this. That's an 11-yard gain. Oh, he's pumped up. He's fired up. 3 minutes, 31 seconds left. No offense. Oh, no offense. Yeah. Same thing. Same deal. Bread and water and no hot dogs in the concession stand. They're just serving buns with little packets of ketchup or mustard. Then they're $5. Because the league needs to make some kind of money. Some kind of revenue. Oh, wait a minute. We got a big run, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to get across the 50. He does. He's at the 30. Oh, we have got a big play. Somebody, Person Jr. with a big run. It looked like he was exhausted at the end of that run. He slowed down so badly. What joke are we talking about? It's like watching a Jets game, no offense. Yeah, I get it. I thought he said no offense, and then I got that he said no offense. So what joke did I miss? What joke did I miss? I don't think I missed a joke. I said it's like watching the Jets offense play the Jets offense. And when the Jets played, there was no offense. Offense last year. That UFL trophy is something else. He crossed the 50. So we have a winner. Tom Brady's dying inside watching football this bad. The kids at Foxborough High would beat both of these teams, I think so. SJ, I don't know what you're saying. That was the joke. I made that comment 2 minutes ago. Oh, offense. Yeah, okay, I got it. Yeah. I'm seeing the chat come up as I see it come up, so. So, I mean, you have to imagine that at least the Stallions will come away with 3 points here. You have to imagine that. So we're going to take this up till halftime. And then I will let you guys know when the next live stream is. We're going to have more live streams, though. Hopefully, you know, we don't have to ever sit through a football game like this again. Bad. Bad. When it's NFL, I will trudge through, but UFL, can't do it. Cannot do it. At least in the NFL, you know, you see teams come back. You know, like these guys can play. Even if it's a bad game. Like sometimes you see something incredible. But like I don't think that's going to happen here. I don't think we're going to be seeing headlines tomorrow talking about what a great game everybody missed. So we are at the 2-minute warning. And there is the ball snapped, thrown, that's incomplete. Oh, and there's a flag. Oh, look, they're treating this Martinez fellow like he's Patrick Mahomes now. They're just going to give him flags. They're going to give him flags. This is terrible. That was Amari Rogers that drew that flag. Let's see, he's open. That throw was not catchable. That was not a catchable ball, and they still give him offensive pass interference. Garbage. That was garbage. Better than Raiders-Vikings? Raiders-Vikings was at least fun. Like, we had fun here when we watched Raiders-Vikings. This is not... maybe that ball was catchable. I don't know. 1st and 10. Minute 56 left. Martinez, about a gain of 4 or something like that. Let's see. Raiders-Vikings was a tough game to sit through. But, I mean, the other thing with the NFL is you have fantasy implications. Like, we're just here watching bad football. So, like, even in a bad game, there's still fantasy things that happen that keep you interested. This is just like, I don't know. Just running back doesn't do. He goes a couple yards. Minute 13 left. friend is a Falcons fan. She said I would rather watch the 2017 Super Bowl on repeat. That's torture. That would be torture for her. At least she got to see her team in the Super Bowl, though. What I wouldn't do to see the Jets in the Super Bowl, I wouldn't commit crimes. But I would. Oh, wait a minute. And there's a touchdown, folks. I would, Gary Jennings, the great Gary Jennings with number 5. He gets in the end zone, and Birmingham is up 6-0. 6-0. So nobody else is streaming this game, huh? I wonder why. This fool is. This one's like, oh, I'll stream it. Yeah, why not? And there we go. All right, well, it is what it is, isn't it? Oh, they're going for a 2-point conversion. Because they're like, if we get 8 points, this game's over. Are they going to just let them run the play, man? 40 seconds left. Points, it's a miracle, yeah. "12 players on defense for a 2-point conversion." That's where we are right now. Terrible. Jordan Thomas, 7 targets, 5 catches, 8 points. There he goes. And you would think that they would know enough to cover Amari Rodgers, but they didn't, apparently. So we got an 8-0 game. Should I even update the score? I might as well. It's not like anybody's going to see this. That's the Stallions. 8-zip. There we go. Look at that. 8-zip. The Stallions up. And we've got Deion Kane. He was another guy that was in the NFL. He was on the Colts. And he's on the Stallions. The great Birmingham Stallions of Birmingham. We've got a baseball score. Yeah, I think this game's over. I don't see anybody scoring 8 more points. That was trying to draw blood from a stone. Getting that 8 points. And I've got a vegan cheesecake waiting for me. UnderdogFantasy.com. I'm going to be, the streams are going to be sponsored by Underdog this year, by the way. Little news tidbit by you guys. So it's going to be more on that. Going to be working with Underdog this year. Giving you guys a nice code to, get some, make a little dough on some of these games. Got a very nice deal in the works here, so I'll let you guys know more about that. Ravens legend Deion Kane. Wasn't Deion Kane also on the Colts, though? Mercy rule for the fans. Yeah. Mercy rule. We've had 261 people come in here. That's pretty remarkable. 261 views. That is pretty remarkable. All right, Amy. Well, you have fun. I might reconsider letting you change your NFL affiliation this year by the preseason. So we'll revisit that. But think about it. There is still an open opportunity for you to be a Texans fan. Only the Texans, though. So think long and hard about this. And Charles, help her out if you can, because it's your duty. I think you can be a Texans fan. Not a Chiefs fan. Definitely not a Chiefs fan. Maybe a Chargers fan. That might be rough, though. What are these graphics? Even the graphics suck. Like, they can't even have, like, cool animations. They're terrible. You can't even get a good animator, the UFL. This is horrendous. I'm embarrassed for this animation. God. I hope The Rock's not watching this. He's never going to watch one of my live streams again. Okay, 8-0. 118 yards in that second quarter. We've got 40 seconds left. It's probably going to be the longest 40 seconds of my life. Oh, poor Wade Phillips. I hope he could, I hope he wins. It'll be, you know, fun for him. Look how many empty seats there are, though. Marquez Stevenson gets taken down at 30. That took all of 5 seconds. We got 35 seconds left. Let's just run the ball out and revisit things here. Just revisit the game plan at halftime. All right, Father Dismas. I will see you on a future live stream. The season's right around the corner, guys. Can you believe it? The actual football season is right around the corner. The schedule release was more exciting than this. Definitely not the Chiefs. So the 0-17 Chargers. She's picking a fight with the Chargers. Oh, we got a big run. Oh, we're getting offense left and right here. This might be a mistake. Leaving the stream. I don't think so. 28 seconds left. That only took 7 seconds. Come on. Santoso is getting ready to probably miss a field goal. All right, take care. Go Patriots. LOL. Nah. Okay, Amy. Go Texans, you mean. This dude's back to pass. He throws it, and that is incomplete. 15 seconds. Oh, and there are flags on the play. My God, they're throwing flags now. They're just going to, like, draw this out. 12 of 17 for 72 yards. 12 of 17. Well. Oh, by the way, how did you guys see the new open? Did you guys like the new open? I came up with that really quick. I wanted to make a new open. I might not stick with it, but I wanted to work on a new open because I wasn't too happy with the last one I had. So 7 seconds. Don't call a timeout. They called the timeout. Damn it, 6. 6 seconds left. Alright guys, I am going to end the stream. We got 6 seconds left. I can't do this anymore. Thank you for joining, and keep an eye out. I will let you know either via Twitter or the Discord or something when the next stream is going to be. We're going to be doing more streams as we get closer to the season, so I can continue working with this OBS program because it's pretty cool. But closing is going to come up. Let me know how you like it.